going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. I want to take just a second to apologize for the lack of videos lately. I just got back from Indiana, where I finally purchased my uncle's house, so we own that now. There's going to be video content up there coming at some point in the future. We're going to start doing some work on it. I just got a roof ordered for that house, $20,000 for a roof. Turns out the roof on that house is original to 1910 or 1912. It's never been replaced. It's just had shingles thrown over it. So you've been asking about my uncle. He's now on hospice. He's unfortunately not going to get better, and his health is declining rapidly. Also, the shoulder that I injured, thought it was nothing major, no big deal. Turns out it's a little more serious than what I thought. I've had an MRI, I've had 4 x-rays, and I have an appointment with a surgeon on the 26th. So my left arm is pretty much useless. I can barely use it to do anything anymore. So things are pretty hectic over here right now. It's not good. Things are not good. So I hope those of you that are true loyal fans are going to stick around and deal with some of the BS content that I've got to put out for a little while. Remember, I got to pay the bills, so videos have to come out. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much I can actually do physically for quite a while, but we'll see. If my arm starts getting better, we can get back to things a little bit sooner. If I have to have surgery, then it's going to be quite a while. They're saying that it could be 8 weeks or so recovery time after surgery on my shoulder. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the Copart walk around. There are not a lot of glamorous cars here today, and I apologize for that too, but people aren't having wrecks. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm not complaining. I don't want people to get in wrecks or people to get hurt, but you know, the cars are lacking. We're very short on cars out here. But there's another side to this that I think is interesting. Up in Indiana, I'm near Chicago, and I'm also near Indianapolis, where my uncle's house is, which means there's some fresh content waiting for us up there. I may have to start taking some trips up there for stuff to do with the house, and possibly some fresh content in Indianapolis and maybe even Chicago as well. So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's jump into this today with number 1 on my list. I told you it wasn't going to be glamorous. I wasn't kidding. It's an old Handicap Ford van. I know, it's definitely not a glamorous vehicle, but I actually like this thing. It says no key. I guess maybe I missed that in the listing. 143,000 miles? Surely it's got a key. Come on. Please tell me it has a key. Yeah, I must have missed that. This is one of those big old church type vans, you know what I mean? And I really like these. It's got a wheelchair ramp too. This would be, oh, really? Okay. This would be great for someone disabled that needs a wheelchair ramp vehicle. Oh, it really doesn't have keys. Hold on. Just because it says no key doesn't mean that there aren't keys here somewhere. All right, you just gotta look. And sometimes you get lucky and you can find them. You also got to be very careful digging around in vehicles like this. You never know when you're going to find a hypodermic needle or something that's been stashed away and, you know, find it with your finger. Thankfully, that hasn't happened yet to me. Is there no glove? There's no glove box here? There's no glove box. Okay, that's bizarre. Well, let's go to the other side. Let's look in the pockets too. Also, sun visors. You just never know. This could be an interesting one. This would have been great if my uncle's health had not declined so rapidly. I was actually looking for a handicap vehicle that could hold a wheelchair, because I would have loved to have been able. He cannot walk. He's bedridden at this point. I thought, man, if I could find a wheelchair, handicap accessible vehicle, wouldn't that be great? Because I could bring him out of the nursing home and I could put him in the vehicle with me and I could take him places, you know? I really wanted to do that. Unfortunately, I guess that's just how things go sometimes. Let me see if I can climb up in here. Really, no key at all. That's crazy. This must be a donation or something. That's all I can think. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is chipped or not. I don't think they have chipped keys on these. I don't even know for sure what year it is. Let's see. We're looking at a... Probably looking right at it and I don't see it. It's a 9 of 2000, which I believe makes it a 2001. It looks like it's been sitting a little while. It's got some really nice Michelin tires, but again, you can tell these things have been sitting for a little while. They're starting to dry rot. The date code is 41 of 2015. So, yeah, they've been sitting quite a while. We'll go ahead and pop the hood, although there's nothing under here for you to see. I mean, literally, there's nothing under here. Where's the... There we go. Oh, good Lord, come on. There we go. Okay, what is this? A high amp breaker. That's probably for the that's for the wheelchair lift, I'm sure. It looks good under here. There are spider webs. It's even got a Motorcraft Max battery, a Ford battery. So somebody was taking really good care. I'm telling you, I got a hunch about this one. If you get a key for this, I guarantee you this thing will run. Let's check some fluids, shall we? Trans fluid is always one of my biggest concerns. So let's take a quick peek. Bright pink. I knew it. I knew it. I bet it's got clean oil. It's got clean trans fluid. I can already see the coolant is bright green as well. This isn't something I'd be worried about at all. Now, how it ended up with no key, I don't know, but I guarantee you, if you have a key for this, she's gonna fire up. Look at that golden oil too. Golden. I knew it. This could really, really be a good vehicle for someone. There's somebody out there that needs a wheelchair ramp vehicle. You know, there's somebody that could use this. I wish we could get this open, but she's locked. I'd bet money there's a key hiding in here somewhere. Okay. Now, I don't know how these wheelchair things work. I see that there's like... I'm assuming the wheelchair fits in here. You get it in, right? And then what, you bring it back here and it locks down to these plates somehow? I don't know. I don't know. But honestly, the van is in really good condition. A bottle of lighter fluid, that's safe. You've got a hydraulic jack looking thing right here. I guess in an emergency you could manually pump this as needed. Up, down, in, out, open, close. It's a shame there's no key. I bet towing this thing with no key is going to cost a small fortune. Oh, I thought I saw the key. I thought right there. I thought I saw the key. It's just it's a cover for a bolt, and then it's just that. I thought we just found the key. I was excited for just a moment. I was. Well, yeah, we're not going to find the key to this. Anyway, yeah, steering wheel is locked too. Okay, well, there you have it. It is what it is, right? Still a good vehicle, I promise you. Like, this one would run. This one would run. You get a key for it, she's gonna run. It's an E150. It's got a lot of hail damage. It's got 143,000 miles on the odometer. But this could be something decent for someone. Now, if you love this van, well, don't worry, because I think you're gonna love the next one even more. All right, so here's another one, but this is interesting, guys. I just found a set of keys in this van. These vans may not have come from the same place. This is not a handicap van. This is not a wheelchair van. This is totally different. It's a V10. It's probably like an E250. It's got 281,000 miles on it. It's not supposed to run. But I noticed something when I climbed in this van. It's an E350. Super Duty. Wow. I found a set of keys, and they don't go to this van. Put it into ignition. Did not work at all. And I got to thinking, is it possible that somehow we've got two red, or maroon, I should say, Ford vans Perhaps somehow a key got mixed up by somebody. It doesn't hurt to check. I took it off the key ring and I'll put it back on. I assure you, I'll put it back on. But it doesn't hurt to just wander over here real quick and see if this key fits this ignition. Because if it does, well, oh, no. Hold on. The steering wheel's locked too, so sometimes that can bind up the key. No, this doesn't go to it. Well, man, I really thought, I know it was a long shot. I know it was a long shot. Well, anyway, I thought maybe we just got real lucky. I did. I thought maybe, possibly, somehow, the keys got mixed up because this key does not go to that van. Anyway, we can meander back over there real quick. And it says it doesn't run, so very good probability that it doesn't run. But you guys have seen many, many times we have come out here and put a jump on something that doesn't run and fired it right up. This thing is in really bad shape, guys. This one's pretty bad. This one is a 2000. Interesting, same year. I will not forget to put that back on the key ring before I'm done. 281,000 miles. It's got the Triton V10. We've got an OBD port. This thing was this is a serious work vehicle. I mean, you can look at the floor here. It's completely tore up. This thing is full of mud. The dashboard is ripped apart. All of the paneling is gone. The body is absolutely tore up. I mean, this thing is dinged and dented everywhere. It's horrible. This is horrible. I do wonder what it was used for, though. Whatever it was, man, she put in work. This old girl put in some serious work. She still got some of the seats. There's 2 rows of seats, and then your front seats. You got some spray foam. I don't know why someone put that down there, but there's some spray foam down there. All right. Well, if it runs, it'd be a good work truck. And I use the term truck lightly. I know it's a van, but what's great about vans is instead of having a truck where you put something in the bed and it's kind of exposed to the elements, you know, should it start raining or something, like a refrigerator or a stove, you could put that stuff in one of these and it's secure. You know, you can lock it up and call it a day. The downside is with a truck bed, you know, you've got unlimited space from the floor to the top because there is no top. Whereas in a van, you're limited by the roof. Let's see if we can pop this hood without breaking my shoulder here. All right, hood prop. Yep. This is hard to do, guys. Oh, wow. Boy, there's something growing on that battery right there. I really don't want to put my booster pack on that, but I'm going to anyway. I cannot imagine what working on this thing is like. This is the V10, and there is no room. You can't do anything under here. Everything's got to be done from the cowling on the inside. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let me grab a jump pack real quick, guys. Let's see if we can fire it up. Against my better judgment, I went ahead and threw that booster pack on there. It may not get a connection, though, if I'm being honest. It fired right up. You kidding me? It runs. It runs. Hell yeah, she runs. Look at that. Non-runner. I told you. Sometimes you just got to come out here and check these things out for yourself, man. This thing's being sold. In fact, the auction's happening right now. Right now, how much do you think someone's going to bid for an old work van that doesn't run? Nothing. They're not going to bid anything on this. It's still got tags on it too from Tulsa, Oklahoma. They expired in 2022. So there's a little bit of smoke coming out the exhaust there where I see that. Looks like she's misfiring just a tad. Yeah, just a little bit of smoke. It's not anything crazy, at least not yet. She runs all right. For the most part, it's not misfiring. It does need tires. At least it looks like it does. I mean, the tread is good. That tire may be okay, but this front tire right here is coming apart. And this is another tire. If you looked at it, it looks good for the most part. But look right here where it's separating. Whole outside is coming apart on that tire. So that one's definitely shot. This tire is almost bald and it's dry rotted. So you for sure got two tires that are absolutely goners. This one over here, yeah, this is mostly tore up too. So really you're gonna need to set tires on this. But I mean, it's just a work truck. You know what I mean? Put that key back. Yeah, steering feels good. Brakes feel good. Backwards. Forwards. Any chance the AC works? I'm gonna bet the AC does not work. I'm gonna guarantee the AC does not work. But we'll give it a try. Max AC. It ain't coming out the vents neither. Yeah, there ain't no AC on this. It's got crank windows, manual locks. Like, this thing has got nothing. Nothing. There are no options on this at all. And she's pretty rough. It'll probably go for scrap price. Actually, hold on. I don't know. I feel some cool air coming out of that vent. Let's give her a little rev. God, she sounds good, guys. She sounds good. I mean, not to sound surprised, but I'm surprised. I didn't expect that. Now, if it were me, I probably wouldn't use this van for anything other than the powertrain. It's got a V10, guys. It's a V10. I would probably take the motor and the transmission out of this old girl, and I would find another use for it. That's what I would do. It doesn't look like it's been very well maintained, but at the same time, she's got almost 300,000 miles on her, and she's still running. So somebody at some point had to have done something to take care of her, or she wouldn't still be running. That air, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say it doesn't work. I'm gonna say it doesn't work. And I don't hear the engine RPMs change when you turn it on or off either. So oil pressure is good, battery voltage is good. It's got a little bit of gas. Temperature is coming up nicely. Not bad, not bad. I think I'm gonna pull this up on my phone. Let's see what this is going for. Honestly, I have no use for this. And in my current condition, there's not much I could do as far as pulling the motor and trans out of this thing. So it's not like I'd be doing that either, but great. At the same time, if this is gonna go for next to nothing for a V10, man, I'll take it and park it until I can finally do something with it, or maybe until I can find somebody that can. So I know you guys probably can't see this very well, but here she is right there. It's got 16 minutes left. It's a 2000 E350 Super Duty wagon. And if you try to look at the lot details here, you see it's enhanced sublot, meaning no run, no drive. $150. Are you kidding me? $150? I can't let it do that. They may not sell it for that anyway, so. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and put a bid on this right now. What do you think? $250. Let's just do $250. Oh, someone outbid us. Let's do $300, $325, $350. There we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. Sitting at $325 for a running and driving V10. I'll take it. Let's move on to the next one. Next on my list, this is one I'm considering bidding on because of how cheap it is. And what would I do with it? I don't know. I do not have a CDL, so I wouldn't be able to drive it, at least not on public roads. But on private property, you could pretty well do whatever you wanted. It's a 2012 Peterbilt, and it's going for 12 grand. 12 grand, and it's listed as a run and drive. Now, whether it really will fire up or not, I don't know. I don't even know how to start one of these, and I guarantee you my little booster pack by itself is not going to fire this up. I'm assuming batteries, yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, I'm thinking that little bitty one that I have is probably not gonna cut it on this. I'm assuming this is a 24 volt system. I sent back that one ginormous booster pack that I had. The batteries are new though, they're all 12 of 2021. So these are all new batteries. So there's a slim possibility that she still might have some juice in there. It's got good tires. You got your giant DEF tank and two massive diesel fuel tanks. I am kind of curious maybe how much, oh, there's nothing in that one. That one is pretty much empty. Let's move it over to the other side. Now let's see if she's got any gas in this one. Nope, that looks dry as a bone too. So I guess they're not giving you any tanks. You got reefer connections back here. Very good tires, and of course your fifth wheel. Still not sure why this is here. This thing looks to be in relatively good condition. Okay, well, I guess we can climb inside and take a look. Well, I tell you what, it's one of them days, man. The forklift driver came over and said, I can't be here. He said, I'm not allowed to be here. And I said, I'm the YouTube guy that does the videos for Copart. He said, yeah, you're gonna take that up with the boss because you ain't allowed to be here. And I was like, okay. Hey, man, no hate. Like, you know, the man's doing his job. You got to respect that, you know. He was told nobody can be here, and he told me to kick rocks, so can't blame him at all. So I called Copart and I said, hey, man, I said, I'm out here trying to film some videos, and I was told I can't be here. They took care of it, though. We're good now. We're good, so that's a good thing. And then after that, since I ran over my camera with my GoPro, that is, I ran over it with the with the Cougar when the Cougar decided to try to run me down. Apparently it broke the power cord that I'm using, so my camera wouldn't turn back on after I dealt with that. So we're good now, though. We're good. It's you think we got juice? No. Oh, someone left the ignition on. Yeah, someone left the ignition on. So there goes that. I was hoping like hell we'd be able to start this thing. I was really hoping we'd be able to fire this up. You got to love the sound of these diesels, man. And let me show you this seat. This seat is super cool. See how high it is? It's kind of floating. All right, look at this. When you sit on it, it's on like some kind of an air ride, like a shock absorber, to help keep you from having to feel all the bumps from going down the highway. When you sit in it, you kind of sink down into it, and it just kind of floats, man. It's nice. It's nice. Looks like we still got a manual transmission in this one. It's an Eaton Fuller. What do you got? 10 speeds. So you're gonna have, now I don't remember how this works, but I'm pretty sure this has something to do with what gear you're in, right? So you start out, I would guess down would be first, and then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth. Can't get it in fifth, but yeah, she don't want to go in the fifth. And then you can flip the gears a different direction, and now you're 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So 10 speeds, and I'm assuming it's all from the flip of that button right there. So what that usually means is, like, it's not actually 10 gears in the transmission. You got 5 gears in the trans, but you got a 2-speed differential. So your differential can actually change gears, kind of like the transmission, to help you out a little bit, man. You know, you got your granny gears for really getting going, and then once you get moving, you flip it, and you got your other gears. So back here, we got where the bed would have been. Of course, the bed is gone, and the video quality is going to suck because it's dark back here, man. What is this? I don't know what this is. This a refrigerator, I think. Is this a fridge? Let's take a look. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yeah. All right. That's a fridge. Some storage. More storage, more storage. Was this, like a little closet? Yeah, it's a little closet. You got some water. You got some emergency things. You got some concentrate coolant. Some Super Tech. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. 12 grand. And again, if you think I'm kidding about bidding on it, well, stay tuned. I don't see this going for $12,000. I don't. But if it does, if they approve it, I'm going to bring this home. Like I said, I can't drive it, and we don't know anything about it. We can't even start it up at this point. But it's supposed to be a run and drive. So what the hell will I do with this? I'll tell you what I'll do with it. It'll sit outside of AR headquarters. And then I might actually pursue getting my CDL just so we can drive it. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. I think bringing a big rig to the channel would be something really, really fun. This would be so cool. I remember watching Weston Champlin do it, man. And I was like, okay, dude, baller. Like, boss moves. Right there. Dude bought a semi, hopped in it, drove with it broken. The whole back was ripped off of it. And he drove a damn thing home. Then he rebuilt it. All right, yeah, I got some goals. I got some goals. Now, this one doesn't look wrecked, but I still think it'd be cool to own it. And maybe I could get my CDL and we could actually drive it. That's it. That's it. It's just a goal. If it works out, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But cross your fingers for me, guys. We're bidding on a Peterbilt. Last on my list. Don't let the outside fool you. Remember, never judge a book by its cover. And that goes both ways, good and bad. Just because something looks bad on the outside doesn't mean it's not good on the inside. And just because something looks good on the outside does not mean it's good on the inside as well. This one could fool you because she looks like a real nice trailer. In fact, if I remember right, I think this is a 2021 or a 2022. This is a new trailer. Yes, this is in October of 21, which means this is a 2022 trailer. And what is this? An 8.5 by 20. 8.5 by 20. Tandem axle. Probably 3,500 pound axle, so you're still probably talking about 7,000 pounds. I could be wrong. This may be a little heavier duty than that. We can't roll this door down here because we got a a cliff that we could fall off of there. But looking at it, it looks like a brand new trailer. This is really nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice. But I've seen the pictures, so I know what's waiting on the interior. If there's wind noise, forgive me. It's windy as hell out here today. Wait a minute. Oh, this is the wrong trailer. No, okay. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Wait a minute. We can't hold this door open, can we? There's nothing to keep this door from slamming closed. Really? What kind of a trailer is this, anyway? Okay, so here's the deal. This one is not the one I thought it was. This is the right trailer. This is what I'm supposed to be filming. But it's the other trailer that's going to be on the next video that's got something major wrong with it. So this one, I think they're selling it for, it's like $7,000 or $8,000 if I remember right. It's stupid cheap. Stupid cheap. And as you can see, it had no issue having a car in it. There are tire tracks in here, so somebody definitely put a car in here. Drove it up the ramp, not a problem. I would have been leery of doing that myself personally. This is very thin wood. At least that's what it appears to be. I'm sure the wood on the floor is much thicker. But this thing is like $7 grand. In fact, let me see if I could pull it up on my app real quick. This one must have been a theft recovery. And I do wonder if they got the car that was inside of it. I'll bet they did. I'll bet this had a car in it. And they not only stole the trailer, but they stole the damn car too. They got the trailer back. Did they get the car back? I don't know. So here it is right here. Of course, the auction is in progress. It's a minimum bid, which means it's got a reserve on it, and it's sitting at $48.50. That is an absolutely insane deal. And another interesting thing, it's listed as minor dents and scratches, clean title. It's not salvage. Usually when something is stolen and recovered, it has a salvage title. This one does not. So, boy, that price right there is absolutely an insane deal for this trailer. I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm tempted to put a bid on this one myself. Now, as I'm walking around, I noticed a couple other things out here, like, check this out. This isn't for sale yet, so obviously it's not something we can mess around with or bid on or anything, but a damn forklift. I have wanted one of these, well, forever, literally forever. This would make things so much easier. This one's probably not big enough, but I would love to have one that I could just fork cars around with. You know, just lift the suckers up and carry them right on into the shop, the ones that don't run, and there's been quite a few of those lately. She's been taken apart. She smells pretty bad, to be honest with you. It smells like something's rotten in here. There's a fire extinguisher. It's still got green, so fire extinguisher's good. Does this run? I'm curious if this is a runner. It doesn't say. Actually, I think it does. I think that's an R right there for a run and drive. There's a lot number, 17 Toyota and a Genie. Hey, what do they call these things? Like, what's the actual name for them? You guys have to comment below. It's a skylift or something, a skyjacker, something like that. These things are great too if you've got a really, really tall building and you need to get up real high, you know, changing light bulbs and things like that in industrial buildings. These things are great for stuff like that. Or hanging really cool banners. I'm telling you, Copart's got a little bit of everything. Like, you got cars, semi-trucks, trailers, forklifts, skyjacks, and all of the above, everything in between. With that, guys, that's the end of the video. We are done. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this content. Personally, for me, I think I need to get into another, I can't wait till the 26th to get into the surgeon. I'm going to try to find another doctor, maybe get a second opinion. This shoulder is absolutely on fire right now. I feel like I'm just gonna, it feels like my arm is, I can't even explain it. It's pretty intense, but I needed to get some videos out for you guys. So there'll be one, this video, and then I'm recording another one. So I hope you enjoy them, and I'm sorry if the content is lacking lately. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, but I will tell you this. We do have a couple of new vehicles that are gonna be coming to the channel very soon. I've got a BMW M5 that I've kind of, I don't know, I've thrown it out on Instagram and Facebook, and I think maybe a couple YouTube posts, just a couple pictures of the 2008 M5, the E60, the worst and best BMW I think ever made. You guys can argue that down in the comments below. Notorious for throwing rods and spinning rod bearings and blowing SMG pumps, but still an amazing V10 500 horsepower BMW, man. And I think I got it for a good deal. You guys will have to stay tuned for that. I've got a sponsorship with Carly, and I'm kind of just waiting on them before I can do the video on that. Also, I won a one-of-one SEMA build. It used to be a very famous car back in its day. It's a 2011 Mustang GT, but it is no longer a Mustang GT, so to speak. It's been modified. It's coming. It's on its way. It's being delivered as we speak. A dealership sold it to me on a dealer-only auction, and they sold it for less than you could buy a stock one for. This car has only 10,000 miles on it. The reason it only has 10,000 miles is because the company that built it is called Race Skins, R-A-C-E-S-K-I-N-Z. They built this car, and it was toured around the country back in 2010, and once they got it back, even Ford jumped in. Ford took the car, and they took it to the LA Auto Show, Chicago Auto Show. It's been at SEMA. This car, it was on Hot Rod Magazine's cover. This car was it, man. It ain't stock either. It's over 500 horsepower to the wheels. It is a bad boy, and I got it for an unbelievably cheap price. Stay tuned for that. We've got a very rare and unique car that used to be super famous, and I can't wait to bring that to the channel. So stay tuned. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video, and stay safe out there. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.